Speaking of people who may or may not be over and all of the stuff that we were talking about with the maybe they'll learn a little experience. Our friend Sammy, the lunatic that's going to jump off the roof of the building and fracture himself into grease, and his little girl Ty. There's an email from, and I don't know whether this is his actual real name or not, but the email is from No Name. I find that a little surprising that a mother would have named their child that, but nevertheless.
Is there a hyphen or anything? Is it No Namey?
No, it's just No Name. No Name at such and such email address. Anyway, hi, Jim. And of course, Brian apparently will be implied again. I'm writing because I heard now a few times you stated the fans turned on Ty and Sammy just because they're jealous of the relationship. And as someone who sees what AEW fans are, yeah, that's probably a big part of it. But there's more context. For starters, Sammy just isn't likable as a babyface, and Ty isn't likable at all. Okay. Then factor in Sammy allegedly ending his engagement to be with Ty. Remember the aforementioned proposal on TV last fall?
Yeah, it was on TV, yeah.
Yeah, and what was that girl's name? Myrtle?
It was not Myrtle.
And then Ty ending her marriage to be with Sammy. Who was she married to? See, you can tell how much I care about these people's personal lives.
Mr. Conti, I guess. I have
Mr.
no idea.
Conti. Did he used to run a coffee company?
Sounds like a car dealership. Mr. Conti's Ford and Chevy.
Yeah, anyway, well, Mr. Conti split from Mrs. Conti to be with Sammy, or however I should have said that. And that raises some flags too, but the biggest reason No Name goes on, I've seen is the whole belt fiasco. Honestly, I'm surprised Jim didn't hate what they did more, considering how angry he was about the Page leaks years ago. While that was stolen from her and happened years prior, Sammy and Ty are supposed baby faces saying they did that stuff on the title on TV. I guess on the belt on TV.
On the title? He said on the title?
Well, the email says, No Name says, did that stuff on the title on TV.
See, that's how Vince wins. He gets these people, he gets everyone to use his words.
And taking suggestive pictures with it and posting it on social media. Okay, so that he's talking about the belt. And remember, we talked about, all I saw was a picture of them lounging in bed in their birthday suits or close to it. And one of them, I can't remember whether it was Sammy or Ty, had the belt strategically placed. And I said, well, a little candid photography.
Well, you missed the segment. Remember, it was one of the segments that you were just like, you know what? I didn't need to see this. I fast forwarded where Sammy and Ty got confronted by Lambert, who was wearing one of the TNT titles that Scorpio Sky gave to him.
One of the belts, you mean?
One of the belts.
Yeah.
See, now I'm doing it. What the fuck? And he gave it a kiss. And then they said that, well, thank you. You kiss where I splooged, basically. It was on TV. I mean, before the photo was even put out there, whatever the fuck.
Leaked.
It was in the New York Post. I read it on the New York Post website.
It was leaked, dribbled, or dripped out. One or the other, that photo. Well, fuck it. But now, okay, I don't know how this company works or how far ahead they work. I assume it's by the seat of their pants and on 15 seconds notice. But obviously, Sammy and Ty would not have done that a few weeks ago had they not known they were going to be actually legitimately switching heel, because at that point they were still baby faces. Or would they have known then? Or did they just go out and make these statements and their natural heat-gettingness? Ty Conti's, she's got the greatest heel female face in wrestling. She's the ultimate bitch face. You just look, any expression she makes gets heat with people. And do you think they
say the same thing about him?
Well, yeah, now that he's especially gone too far, and then they're, doing the anteater tongues with each other. So was this planned from the start, or did Tony just say, well, fuck, even I'm fucking pissed at these guys and the fans are booing them, so let's switch them heel? What happened here? What was the order of events?
I think Tony Khan probably noticed what we talked about on the air because it was something you couldn't ignore, which was fans turned on Sammy and Ty, and there's, hey, this building is booing these people for a night, and there's, this is indicative of a bigger audience move that doesn't want these people this way or wants to treat them as heels. And again, I think Sammy, and I said this from the beginning of AEW, and he's proved it, although now a babyface, or had been, he should be one of the top heels there, or you should be building towards that, especially if he's going to be with her. They're an amazing heel couple.
Yes.
But the segment on Dynamite this week, which we'll talk about during Dynamite, it just raises so many questions. Because then, is Lambert the face? He can't be the face.
But he was dressing him. We're going to talk about this on the review, but he was dressing him down like he was an angry parent. And everybody could agree with everything he said. So how is he the heel? The most hated people, or at least most booed at people in the company, suddenly are the voices of reason when the previous babyface and his new paramour are out of control. We'll talk about AEW later, I guess.
Yeah, I think also a lot of AEW fans, I shouldn't say a lot, but there's probably a pretty nice segment of that audience that pays attention to social media, and you see their behavior on social media. And again, what's babyface? Unless you're like his best friend, you're like, yeah, he's having a good time, I'm happy for him. What's babyface about any of it?
Do you think that these kids are just idiots and don't know that they're influencing how people think about them in opposition to the way that they're being portrayed on television when they act naturally? When they just be themselves and they're nothing like the people that they're supposed to be on television, they're really just annoying twats. Sometimes they're supposed to be annoying twats on television, and then it's okay. But otherwise,